Good luck.
There you go.
Hello, thank you. Now I can hear. All right, moved over here now because we have some more guests on stage here this morning. Welcome to Saving Marion. Did I say that right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
We've got, first of all, Joel Marion Moore.
That's me.
That's you. And Caitlin Davidson.
That is me. For the time.
For the time.
We're getting married in September. So
Are you really?
Yes,
Oh,
we are.
congratulations.
So
Thank you.
I'll join the Moore clan.
Awesome. Well, good for you. Congratulations. Well, that's it. Oh, yeah, pretty ring.
Thank you.
I see the bangles.
Thank you.
Well, I've never met you before, but I was checking out your, I think it was one of your pages. There's so many now, you never know where I find the information, whatever. And what a story. So I thought, oh, this is something I'd love to let people hear about and know about. So invited you to come join us here on the set for today to be our musical
And
guest.
thank you for having us.
Oh,
Absolutely.
my pleasure, my pleasure. Well, let's just start off a little bit. First of all, let's do a little background here for people that aren't familiar with you. Caitlin, why don't we start with you? I mean, how is music part of your life that you grew up with? You know, how did that all get started?
Well, basically for me, I've been singing in church ever since I was probably 4. My aunt is the director of, like, you know, the plays and things like that, and I grew up with that, and my dad's the worship leader at our church, my uncle's the pastor, so our family's really close, and we were always singing, you know, and I met Joel through an uncle on my mom's side, and he was, you know, living at his farm for a minute, and we got in touch that way, and pretty much the rest is history, the short version of it. We met, and he had his guitar in his hand, and that was it for me.
How long ago was that?
That was,
6 years.
it'll be 6 years in September,
Okay.
6 years ago.
Now, at that point, were you looking for someone to join up with?
Actually, I wasn't. I was singing myself. I had won the Warren Idol competition for the first time, and basically started from there my music career. But I needed someone to play for me so that I didn't have just CDs and tracks to sing along to when I was doing, you know, fairs and things like that. So along came Joel, and I was like, you know, maybe you can play for me, but I don't want anything to do with a boyfriend. Well, then we talked and got to know each other, and obviously you see the ring on my hand now. that all went to the side, and
Yeah, I guess it would be hard to be, you know, performing live and then, excuse me, I hit the button, you know, to start the music. This doesn't, it's just not the same.
Yeah,
It's not,
right,
it doesn't work,
right.
it doesn't work, so good. And Joel, well then we will jump to you because obviously you were in the right place at the right time, so, but you've got quite the story, so feel free to share that with our listeners today.
Which part do you want? The whole thing or the short
we'll do the
thing?
shorter version.
Well, just because, as I mentioned, you're Joel Marion Moore, and your band is called Saving Marion,
Yeah.
so, you know, we can give us the...
Okay, well, basically, I grew up in Florida, back in the swamps, and we didn't have any neighbors, I didn't have any friends, and got picked on a lot for my middle name, which is Marion. I got beat up for it, and so it became a thing of, like, my brothers would tease me and say, Marion, Marion, and I'd beat them up, and then we, you know, that's how life was. And so after I was 15, 16, my middle name disappeared. I didn't want anybody to know about it. But when we were singing together, we actually used to be called Falling Creek, and that band kind of split up and went a different direction. So I said, well, we can't call ourselves Falling Creek anymore. We got to find a new name. And I met with a pastor down in Florida when I was down there visiting, and we were out to lunch, and he said, well, I said, I can't find a name. I can't find a name. I got to find one. It's got to be right. And he says, well, what's your middle name? And I said, well, I'm not telling you. And he says, I'll buy you your dinner if you tell me. So I said, well, it's Marion. So he goes, why not Saving Marion? Because you need saving. So, you know, and, you know, from there went into, through my life and my life experiences, if God can use me through what I've been through, then he can literally save anyone, which to me would be Marion, and the general consensus of those out there that are lost in a way. So we kind of took it and ran with it.
Did you ever think that music would be the way to direct you into this new life and, you know, save you, as you put it?
Well, that's a great way to look at it. Kind of like a Johnny Cash kind of story in a way. I never looked at it like that, but through the things I went through, and there's more of that on our website, music has always been there for me. And then it became an avenue for me to bring joy and hope to other people. So yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let's talk about all her relatives in the church, you know, and everybody around. How about you with your family? I mean, you mentioned your brothers that you beat up.
Yeah.
But, you know, was it musical in your family?
My mother played the piano. My dad couldn't carry a tune in the bucket, but he still sang loud, you know. But my mom played the piano. My brothers know music. It's weird because I'm a big guy and I played baseball, football, and you know, I was in the military for a while. And the music's like, I mean, you see me at the piano, you're like, you know, but it's what I love, it's what I do.
So since you didn't have all the background for it, how did you, you know, decide to pick up, you know, the instrument or play the piano, pick up the guitar? You know, was there something that clicked that?
Well, really, my mom, she, like I said, she played piano. And I said to myself, I'm never going to play piano because I'm not a girl.
Okay.
You know, and so I decided I'll learn how to play guitar, and that's cooler, you know.
But, so the guitar though, was there, so did you teach yourself?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Everything I've been playing now for 14, 15 years, never had a lesson,
Wow.
you know. But I just love it.
Well, there's a gift. You can do that. I mean, that
Yeah.
takes a lot.
I love it, absolutely.
He can't put it down, to be
No, I
honest.
can't.
He doesn't put it down. I mean, we'll be in the middle of a meal or something, and I always, if I cook him breakfast or something, and I'll say, you know, come and eat. He'll wait till it gets cold, just so he can play his guitar. I always joke that he doesn't ever eat a hot meal. He'd rather it be cold, so that he can be playing and singing and writing a new song before breakfast.
Well, here you do. You before, you know, he picks it up, you put the plate and everything on the guitar and hand him that.
I should.
There you go.
I should lock it up in
Yes,
the case,
yes.
put the plate on top, say eat, and then the prize is what you'll find.
Inside, here you go. It's like a Cracker Jack box.
There you
The
go.
prize is inside, but you gotta eat first.
Well,
That's an idea. I might actually try that.
Uh-oh, sorry, Joe.
No, you're all
No,
right.
I might actually do that.
It's good food.
There you go. All right, well, why don't we hear a song?
Sure.
All right.
All right, what do we got for us?
But this song is called When Jesus Comes, and it's really a fun song, something that's meant to be kind of funny, but in a way also kind of tell you, you know, where you're going to go when you die, that kind of thing. I like it.